Hey guys, see my t-shirt? My new t-shirt? Yeah. Oh, guys. In this experience, you know, and it's got there's so much in my mind, right? And I'm wearing shades because I'm just having a shade day. Yeah, that's it. So there we are. Okay. So much on my mind, so much. Oh, it's like a cauldron of frogs. Got an email yesterday from another soul traveller, and he's feeling the fucking heat. Unbelievable, brutal, fucking incredible onslaught for some of us. I mean, this week started off with a bang because my little Looms, you know, my white cat, there's something not right with him. He's not well. So I called the vet and I was informed that, we only do phone consultations. I'm like, what? Because you have your crystal ball sat on the fucking desk next to it to look in and say, yes, I see what is going on here. I spoke to some fuck ignorant asshole who said, it sounds like it's his teeth, because I described symptoms and no, it's his teeth. And I said, well, he's 21 years old. He goes, well, in that case, we wouldn't operate anyway. So I said, so what do you suggest then? And he said, just give him painkillers. And I'm like, are you fucking for real, you idiot? I didn't say idiot. I would have liked to. I would have liked to go around there with a fucking cattle prods, a flamethrower, an AK-47, and, I don't know, a pack of savage Rottweilers. You know, that's what I would have liked to do, yeah. I would like to find out where he fucking lives. So just put him on painkillers because, he's not going to live much longer anyway, and he'll just be in a state of, painkiller-induced narcolepsy for the rest of his life. And they're so ineffectual, they're so stupid. Oh. Wow. The stupid is a nice word for what they are, right? That's just being really generous and kind. Because they're none of that, man. It's like, what the fuck? What? They blithely go along with the narrative. It doesn't matter how insane it gets. If they say they have children, they have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old, and the government, fucking Satan's little helper, fucking Boris Johnson, B. Johnson. It sounds a bit like, I don't know, and I don't mean to give offence to any sort of African American people, but Mr. Johnson, I just think of this guy, Huggy Bear. Do you remember Huggy Bear? He was a fucking pimp and he used to wear these green furry hats and big furry coats, and he had gold teeth and lots of bling, right? B. Johnson. Anyway, never mind, I digress. If he went on the BBC, telling the people of Britain that in order to fight COVID, the army will go from door to door and they have to bring out their children, and their children will have to be decapitated right there on the front lawn, right? They'd do it. They would. They'd go along with it. They'd be like, well, that's what we've got to do, and that's what we've got to do, because we love our government and we will do whatever it takes. Flatten the curve, flatten the curve. Right, little Timmy and little Heidi, off you go. Right, the army will be here in a minute with their scythe. Then I was listening. This is going to be a rambly bit, guys. Ramblo, c'est moi. I was listening to a little. I don't know. This is how we change, isn't it? The things that we used to do and that we used to resonate. All of a sudden, it's like massive crash. Wow, what a load of shit that is. Well, I used to actually say that. Wow, Jesus, motherfucker, you know. There's this really cool little song that I was thinking about actually as I came to that realization. It's this black lady, and it's from a film called Blue Velvet, which I used to like. Not anymore really, but I used to anyway. And it's this, I fell for you baby like a bomb. Now our love has gone up into flames. Brilliant. It's a bit like that. It's like, wow, this used to resonate, and now I just want to rip it apart. A bit like that. So anyway, this guy in this guided meditation, right, for the star seeds, you know, because this is another nice little nook and cranny of the new age. Oh, I'm a star seed. Yeah, I'm a Syrian star seed, and I'm from the Pleiades. Yeah, that sort of shit. It's, I don't know why, but I went to his YouTube channel. All of a sudden there was a gender fluid meditation on there. Now, don't get me wrong, guys, but I don't actually have a problem with people that want to experiment with their gender identity, because I don't believe in anything that's set in stone. Ergo, I'm very tomboyish, always have been, right? I'm not a girly girl at all. And I like wearing suits. I don't do high heels. I used to love wearing men's Armani suits because they were fucking perfect. You know, all of that. I'm straight. You know, I tried having sex with a woman once, and it was a bit like trying to open a tin of beans with, I don't know, with a cup. I don't know what the fuck, not my cup of tea. And anyway, you know, sex doesn't really do it for me. I don't really care for it anymore. And we have it rammed down our throat at every available opportunity, which tells me they want us having sex 24/7. There's something about sex that isn't right. The fact that we have sex with organs that we also use for waste elimination is kind of, to me, a bit of a red flag. You know, I'll go there, I'll think about that, I'll investigate and examine everything, because I think it's necessary to do that. I'm not telling you not to have sex at all, or what to do with your sexual organs for that matter. And I'm not telling anyone what to do with their gender ideas. The fact that we have male and female, and that we are then continually divided and conquered and fucked about with in every imaginable gaslighty way in and of itself, again, is another red flag, or should I say a black flag, actually, I don't know. Look, I don't have a problem with it. I've seen men, right, in drag that looked better than a woman. I kid you fucking not, right? And I think that, I mean, like years ago when I was in Thailand, you had the lady boys, and oh, they were stunningly beautiful, truly. I mean, I hated every single one of them. It was like, you fucking bastards. I don't have a problem with that. And you know what? I actually feel that there is a natural tendency in soul travelers to want to be fluid. I don't mean to have sex changes or any of that at all. I don't mean that at all. But I think a true soul traveler knows that there is both male and female within us. And we play around with that in order to become whole again. Why the fuck do you think that the evil ones, the dark ones, have all this shit going on, where they are mixing the male and the female and this and that? Because you see, the realm This might not make sense to everybody, I don't know. This realm, call it the Matrix, which I don't like calling it that because it was given to us by a movie which came from Hollywood, so no, I'd rather not espouse that terminology. I would say this is the realm. The realm! It's actually trying to reset itself. It's working its shit out. It's like a being. I see it almost as a being that is like us, fucked up and seriously conflicted, right? Because of all the mind control and the insanity, because it is an expression, a manifestation of consciousness, so it is a mirror image, the realm, of our own inside, our own inner being. That is really what it is. People keep thinking it's all real and they keep tinkering with it. They keep trying to work out what's going on, and to an extent that is a good thing. But when people do absolutely no introspecting, when all they do is extrospecting, thinking that that's where it is, then, but you know, and the kind of people that do that, I find increasingly, are spiritual narcissists. They're very, very brain oriented. You know, the left brainiacs, and ultimately they're cold as ice. You know, there's no empathy there at all, but they sound very good and they're good mimics and so forth and so on. And there are many channels like that that I no longer watch, and there are many people that used to leave comments below my videos that have left, because the minute you start talking about introspection, the minute you start talking about true esoterica, that the external soup is a manifested reality, it is a mirror, and it is there to show you exactly what is going on within you, and that is what it's all about. But anyway, I digress yet again, like back. So the whole gender thing for a soul traveler, we've been split right down the middle. The masculine, the feminine are at war. And the terminology is all wrong, the language is all wrong, you know, really. I mean, again, we're given, our perception is hijacked by words, by language, by concept, or conceptualizing. This is how it is, this is, you know. Energetically, it is the yin and yang. It is consciousness. It is ideas. Oh, I want to do this. I see that. I create. And then there's that masculine, supposedly stupid fucking word element that somehow helps to bring it forth and give it shape, and they work together. They're best friends. They're cool. There's no problem there. But it's one being, sort of. It's one consciousness. But here, it's, you have male and you have female. And there is a massive, what did I call it? The schism. I saw it. It came from the sky in a way, and it went brutally severed. It severed us. It severed us from the life-giving sap that unity brings. The evil ones, in their distortion, insanity, putrid, are actually trying to reset. They're trying to get back home. But they're going about it completely in the wrong way. I mean, completely in the wrong way. We have the religion of sin. We have the whole Baphomet thing, yeah, combining male and female. And its creations, I suppose, the mundane reality enforcement troops. Oh boy, they're so stupid. And the hijack of this male versus female dichotomy, hijack war thing, which is what it is, because there ought not to be a problem at all. Why should there be a problem? Right? But it's been hijacked. Everything is hijacked. Consciousness has a natural way of being. It has natural desires of how to express itself, of how to be creative. There is masculine expressions, there are feminine expressions, and there's a mix of the both. Then there are other expressions too. There are natural nature expressions, there are animal expressions, there are mineral expressions. I reckon that there is more than just two genders. It's just that we live in this like in this tiny narrow perception of it all, and it's like, oh boy, what's been done to us is sickening. It's sickening. So if men feel like wearing dressing up like a woman, why ever not? If women feel like wearing suits like I used to like to do, I don't anymore. I can't be arsed. I'm fucking too depressed to give a fuck about anything anymore, right? So for me, it's just fucking t-shirts and jeans now, you know. Well, and I like this, you know, but it's like, why ever not? Is it beautiful? What type of feeling does it engender? Does it inspire? Does it feel right? Does it feel good? Is it an expression of wholeness, of goodness, of light? That is what we ought to ask ourselves, right? The evil ones literally watch and watch. Watchers, they know, they see the natural tendencies of consciousness, the natural desires, the natural directions it wants to flow in, and they then hijack it because they want to mimic it, because they also want to get back home somehow in this distorted, insane way that they have. They can't figure it out at all. They're very stupid. Evil truly is stupid. And so it's like, oh, we hijack that and they subvert it because they make it their own. But by making it their own, it all goes horrendously wrong, and it becomes this horrific, distorted, inverted, putrid thing. Hence we have these trannies, like I said before, these giant horns and, you know, basically looking like the horned god on his throne, yeah? It's one hand like that and the other on the children. It's Satan, basically. They're reading little stories to kids, or telling 3-year-olds how to put on a gimp suit and, I don't know, try and have sex with the cat. Fuck knows. Everything is hijacked, but it always is the natural behavior, as it were, of consciousness, the natural desire of consciousness. Consciousness fell into this state, created this insane asylum. Every nuance of this is distorted and inverted, but it so much of it is reverse psychology, right? Reverse psychology. Oh, that is good and that is bad, and that is bad and that is good. Everything is 50-50, everything is black and white, right? The whole like the sort of the Black Lives Matter thing and racism and all black and white and Black Lives Matter but white lives don't because you're all slaves. It's all bullshit. Bullshit, evil, nasty shit. Or the LGBT, is it LGBT? Fucking whatever. You know, these people, they fuck me off. They fuck me off in a massive way. Because there is no need for it. Well, however you identify sexually, right? If you're gay, great. If you're straight, great. If you just don't give a fuck, great. Who cares, right? Are your actions in alignment with your highest good? Does it serve the light? Is it creative and is it beautiful in a pure and childlike way? That is what matters here. Not this putrid hijack, inversion, satanic, disgusting, evil thing that they continually try and mold everything into. I don't know if I'm making myself very clear here, and no doubt I'm going to be triggering people because this is such a sensitive subject, but because I've been watching W3's channel, it's made me think about some stuff, you know, and yeah, that is a good thing. We need to keep thinking, people, but not just thinking, we need to feel. Thinking makes you feel. Well, not with spiritual narcissists, they don't feel a fucking thing. I've had some really weird kooky synchronicity, man. The other day I was in a car and for some reason I thought to myself, hey, I would love to come up with a joke. So I was thinking, right, so how many NPCs does it take to change a light bulb? But because I'm in such a fucking state and I feel like, I mean, really I've been feeling like absolute fucking guff, right? I couldn't come up with anything, and in the end I just forgot about it, you know. And then yesterday I go on Facebook and what do you know? What shows up on my feed? It says, how many narcissists does it take to change a light bulb? And it says, well, 0. They all use gaslighting, which I thought was quite funny. But it was like, and it didn't hit me straight away. And then it hit me, ta-da! You know, like, what were you thinking about in the car only yesterday, girl? And look at that. Then a few posts, whatever, you know, you scroll later, there was a weird picture of a foot, someone's foot, I don't like foot, with their little toe, because they stubbed their toe on something, as you do, right? And there was a clever little meme associated with that image, which I don't remember. I saw it and I thought, ugh, you know, because feet, and this person did not have nice feet. Yuck. Ugh. So I forgot all about that, and then in the middle of the night I had to go up for a pee, which is really annoying, you know what I mean, when you don't get a good night's sleep anyway, and you finally fall asleep and you're having a dream that is sort of quite nice, and then you wake up because your bladder is full and you've got to go for a piss, and it's like, I was having a dream where I wasn't here, and now I have to get out of fucking bed and it's cold and I have to go for a pee. So I went, and then on my way back, guess what happened? I stubbed my toe on the side of the bed, exactly in that as it was in that picture. I mean, I get so much synchronicity all the fucking time now. I mean, it's reached ridiculous proportions. Truly ridiculous. Just a minute, guys, actually. Oh, with my cup of tea, you know. I live in Britain here. We drink tea. Tea. What, you were run over by a truck and both your legs are ripped off? You'd be alright, love. Have a cup of tea. Yeah, be alright. That's what the English are like, man. Yeah, one thought, you know what, like, sorry guys, it's really rambly and I might not post this, but then again I might, I don't know. But it was interesting how these mimics, you know, a lot of these NPCs or organic portals or whatever you want to call them, bots, they're mimics, right? And they're very, very good at it. And as yet we are finding out what actually we are ensconced in here, what it really is, because it's like revealing itself more and more to me. It can't help itself, but it's a very layered thing. And that guy who had that gender fluid thing going on there, on his like guided meditation thing, and some of his stuff is okay, but I mean, really, he's a bot. He's a bot, and he's a sort of new agey type, star seedy type bullshit type thing, whatever, and I've totally seen it now, and so I can't associate with it anymore. But I switched it on, and another reason that I know that he's full of shit was because in one of them, because I switched it on, something said click on that one, so I did, and maybe like 3 minutes in, he says this, he says, yes, because maybe you want more inner peace and more limitlessness. And I thought, gotcha, motherfucker. Because how the fuck can you have more limitlessness? That's an oxymoron, isn't it? What the fuck? You either have no limits or you do. It's as simple as that. You can't have, well, maybe I'm wrong, but it's a bit like saying, this is a thing about soul travelers, for example. Yes, yeah. There's these people walking by and they're like, what you doing? With that paper clutched under their arm, same old every day. I know this is a Truman Show, yes, thank you. It's all fucking staged. Woohoo! Anyway, have a little bit more limitlessness. What it means is I will have less limits, be slightly less deprived or something, right? I don't know, man. It's so... Oh, it's just such bullshit. It's such an utter fucking gaslighty nonsense, really. And that's what they do, you see. They do that. They're there for that purpose. That is why they are there. You have mundane reality enforcement officers on every fucking level, you see, because in the realm, that is an external representation of our internal, of our consciousness. It is created by our consciousness. I firmly believe this. And those are saying, we shouldn't have any beliefs. I never have any beliefs. Yes, Mr. Spiritual Narcissist, go fuck yourself now. I believe you're a spiritual narcissist, now fuck off. Anyway, yeah, they're there, It's like they are behaving that way because it is trying to reset itself, and whatever. So, a soul traveler is an infinite being, so that means we were never created. Infinite beings are not at any point birthed into reality or whatever. We're not created. We always were, and we always will be. I know it's a difficult concept to get your head around, so I suggest not to bother trying. It always makes you feel a bit queasy, like being on a plane that's about to take off or something, but there it is. It resonates with me in a very, very big way. I don't feel like a created being. But these creatures are. And I'm sure some of you remember I did a video and it was called Children of a Lesser God. Now, it might have something to do with that, because I have come across individuals, such as they are, that I do feel are souls. Or maybe they're just really good mimics. After all, the realm has to pretend to be as real as possible. We have to believe, the soul travelers have to believe it's real, don't we? We have to believe it's real. See? There we go again. Fucking change the record, why don't you, you bloody stupid wanker? It's always the same, have you noticed that? It's like in the summertime and it's hot. And you get these individuals in their car, and they've got the music on, and it's never good music, You'll never hear, say, I don't know, Brahms German Requiem or anything. No. It's always this really shitty fucking NPC, shitey, fucking satanic dross. Fucking assholes. That's how I feel. I just feel this bit more. Just die. Yeah, they are created beings, so that is all they know. Infinity, true infinite being, scares the fuck out of them. They can't contemplate it. They might start to to conk out or something. Go up to one of them and say, infinity. And they go, oh, I don't know, but they can't cope with it, that's for sure. So hence they come up with, maybe you want a little bit more on limitlessness. And it all sounds really, really nice. And it all sounds really innocuous, but it's poison for the mimics that exist to make you think this is all real. It's all real, yeah, and this is all there is. And we're all ascending to 5D. This is what they do. For them, they want to ascend to 5D. That is what they want to do. You know. For a soul traveler, at this juncture here, it's like, I just want to get the fuck out of here. You know. Because we just feel like we can't take it anymore. It's like that now. But what I've been feeling is this bringing home this aspect of my being, my soul, so resistant, because it is the conundrum. That's all I have to say to you, my darling. All these yummy mummies with their trolley kids in these, it's always the same, isn't it? They always look the same. I mean, my friend saw 2 sets of joggers yesterday. First he saw this couple of women, they were jogging, and they're all stereotypes, all of them. They were over there and they were jogging, and he drove to another part of town, well away, and there they were again, exactly the same women. And then the same thing happened again with a male jogger, and it's like, wow. No, it's not fucking real. You ain't fooling me. So, what was I talking about? God, see? Vivi's, God help me, or oh lordy, all these expressions. I am so sick of language, man. I'm so sick of it all, and I just want to get the fuck out of here. But of course, it isn't about leaving, as such. It doesn't. It is literally about manifesting the true reality, the true realm, and this shit will just be no more. I think that is really what it is. That is what going home is. That is what getting out of here is. And in order for us to be able to do that, that hell contagion, that schism, it's like the glue, right? The glue that keeps us stuck to the wheel, that has to be sorted out, it has to be dissolved. And to that end, we have been feeling like shit. And yes, I know, I've said it before. And yes, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that this is never going to end. Because there is that part of your soul, that soul retrieval, that shadow business there saying, oh, it's all a sadistic evil game, we're never going to get out of here. No, I'm never ever going to trust the power of the good or the power of the light. There is no light, there is no goodness, we've all been had, it's all shit. And it's resisting and resisting and resisting. I know that's what I've been feeling. It's there, and it knows, and we know everything we have been through here, what has been done to us, that the trauma is beyond anything. It is just wow. Like I said, the only way the only way that we can really express this trauma is in our feelings, in our raging and our wailing and our the words. No way, no, never. And that's really fucking cruel in and of itself, It's like, well, how the fuck do you go from that horrific violation to trusting the light? Where was the light when this was being done to me, and that was being done to me, and that was being done to me? And my mind, my psyche, my consciousness was being ripped apart and eviscerated and pushed and made smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and condensed into this tiny little box. We're going to torture the fuck out. Oh, where was the light then? Why would any of this have happened? Any of it? Why would I even be here in the first place? I wouldn't choose to come here of my own free will. This ain't no school. I agree, it isn't. And that's where we're at now. Well, some of us are anyway. All I do is introspect. All I care about is in there. I know that the external... Yeah, I mean, I pay attention, you know, but I no longer watch videos of people that go on and on and on about what is happening in the world and why it's happening and where it's happening and who's doing it to who and, you know, no matter, I don't care. There's so many channels like that and, you know, whatever. These people do not introspect. Anyone who is not going within, who's not introspecting, I'm not bothered about that anymore. Right? The external world is a result of faulty manifestation. That is what it is. And that is why we are going through this hell contagion is there because of the dark generator. I mean, the fear that I have felt this week has been beyond fucking description. It has been like, I told you, the black hands pressing down on me. I mean, I could almost fucking smell the sulfur, literally. And I saw in my mind's eye, I had an image of it, the schism. It's this, like a spike that was literally driven through. It was, no doubt it was there when we entered this place somehow. I don't know exactly, you know. I seek answers as to the existence of that thing. Yeah. I dare say that we have somehow manifested it. We are somehow manifesting it. Perhaps it exists because it is that black moon Lilith element. You see, I will never ever trust again. Actually, you know what? Having been watching Lost, it brings up. I knew. The minute I started watching, it was like, yeah, I'm meant to be doing this, and it's full of interesting, full of interesting stuff. I mean, lockdowns and quarantines and all kinds and all. Yeah. As well, it's like, oh yeah, right, yeah, really, fucking hell. But no, but esoterically and stuff that is just pure synchronicity speaks to me. And it is literally cutting your nose to spite your face type thing. That is what's going on here. I will not trust, I will not go into the, I won't trust in the power of the good. I won't trust that this is somehow meaningful and of love and of the Great Mother, and I won't trust any of that. It's so difficult to explain and put into words, guys, but you know, the fear, oh my fucking god, and so depressed, like, oh man, if even a tiny thing happens now that I have to address and take care of, then I think I'm going to commit suicide. I'm just going to kill myself. I can't take anymore. I'm just going to, you know, seriously, it's been so bad. So I know damn well that this is pivotal, very pivotal. But it feels so backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and carry on stick. Because our whole life, everything we behold and experience goes through the filter of the dark generator, and therefore the hell contagion. That's all the trauma and all the programming and all the insanity that is created because of it. And no, there's something the Green Wizard said about this ain't no school. No, I don't believe that either. Why would an infinite being need to go to school? Right? So I guess we're at a place of fucking not knowing. Because when you're in the densest, darkest dark of your own shadow self here, and when things are being revealed to you that you can't put into words, that don't necessarily make sense, but they do make sense. They don't make sense. Nothing like that makes sense to the left brain. That's why I've stopped entangling myself or being influenced by these videos of these left-brained, spiritual, narcissistic fucking people. It's interesting because all of a sudden, all these Facebook posts of this guy called Lee Harris are showing up on my feed, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing there? Like, you know, what the fuck? I mean, I hate this guy, really do, at the moment. Because he's always there, you know, stood by, I don't know, some fucking seascape. So I think he lives in California. And I just want to go over there and find a cliff and... Because it's like, you're fake, mate, man, you know, look, fuck off. Just, I don't know, I just want somebody to go down there and shove a stick of dynamite up his arse and you know, whatever, I don't know, man, I'm sick of it all. I'm sick of all of this putrid bullshit that we are all subjected to here, and we are in the middle of this epic shitstorm. We are here going within, introspecting, trying to put the pieces together, you know, and working it out as we go along, and we are assaulted. It's like cycling into the wind all the way. But you know, that's how I discern what's what and who's who, because a true soul traveller doesn't leave derogatory, underhanded, gaslighty comments, or comments along the lines of, oh, I am so great because I have this knowledge and let me tell you how it is. You know, it's like, no. They're always good, well thought out comments that resonate and have a good vibration. I don't mean to sound like the frequency police here, guys, but come on. I can tell so much about a person by the comments that they leave, you know. So right now we're experiencing epic, hardcore resistance to trusting, to faith, to love, to self-love, to becoming yet again receptive, at least receptive to love within, self-love, to power, to being powerful, right? We've been made so terrified of our own power. We feel so uncomfortable with even the notion of being powerful. It's like, ask yourself, yeah, for example, like, what do I want? What do I want? What do you really want? And a lot of people will say things like, well, you know, and they come out with some quite boring, small stuff. Even I do that. And it's like, well, you know what, honey? Don't be afraid to want crazy, weird-ass shit. Go for it. Go for it. Don't be afraid of the magic. Don't be afraid of your power. Don't be afraid to be loved. Don't be afraid to receive it all. But first, you somehow have to come to terms with the ultimate conundrum of it all, right? Why am I here in the first place? Why is this happening? Why? Why have we suffered so fucking much? Why? Because that is a massive impediment right now, guys, and that is like the big black rock that we somehow have to move through. And I dare say that it's nowhere near as dense as it appears to be and as it feels. But it is what I call the conundrum, you see. I did a video about it not that long ago. And there is something like, call it the dark generator or the black hands, you know, something that I am as yet not clear on. I'm not, but I will be, I'm sure. It will be revealed to me. Things always are. And they never come to me from the external. They always come in my dreams, or they simply show up. They always come from within me. And so that to me is always a pointer. It's like, well, there you go. See, honey? It comes from within you. That ought to tell you something. But of course, this trauma self is all left brain. All left brain. Doesn't believe in magic. Doesn't believe in anything. And all it does, it sees all the negativity and all the hurt and all the trauma, which is horrific, let's face it. But it never ever sees the positive side of anything either, you know? It's like, well, feelings aren't facts. Feelings aren't facts. You know, it might feel good, but it doesn't mean it is. And it's like, yeah, but hold on a minute, honey. You accept without question everything that's bad, that's negative, that's trauma, that's shit, that's evil, etc. All of that, all the fear, hate, rage, all of that. That's, you just accept that without question, right? And you sit with that, and that's the truth, and that's all there is, and that is so. You keep choosing that, and it's hurting you so much. It's terrorizing you so much. It's brutalizing you so much. But you're so filled with rage and mistrust of the light and your true self that you refuse to give it an inch. No, there's no love and there's no positivity and there's no reason for optimism. There's no light, there's no magic, there's nothing. Feelings aren't facts. Well, negative feelings are facts according to you. So it's fucking biased as fuck, guys. You know? It's biased as fuck. It has no concept either. No, it does. It's not willing to open itself up to all that we have gained here. For example, the fact that we are so psychic and that we can tell so much about people, and that we can, I mean, look, all these abilities we have and all the synchronicities and all the stuff I've just mentioned. But it's like, well, yeah, but that doesn't, evil is allowing you to have that, so that, you know, you just keep going along with its agenda, and that's all it is, you know, it's all sick, it's a game, it's all an evil game, it's all a game. So, yeah. And so it sits there in the darkness, and it cuts off its nose to spite its face, because really what that is about, I think, it's about the betrayal. There is an implied betrayal. The feminine, the Great Mother has betrayed me. She has left me all alone to suffer in this hellhole. And that we see on the external with the battle of the sexes, right? Or this attempt to put male and female together in this whole weird, sick, disgusting, inverted nastiness. Right? And this natural, weird, but funky, I feel, tendency of consciousness to say, well, you know, yes, I'm a woman. But you know what? I was actually accused of being a transgender by some guy in the comment section. I do actually have quite broad shoulders. They're broader, they're wider than my hips, but that might be because I've done a shitload of working out in my lifetime. I don't know. I am quite a masculine individual. I am a woman. I'm all woman. I mean, I would show you my tits, but YouTube wouldn't like it. And you would see they're real too. You know, and the fact that, you know, I've got curly hips. But I am quite a masculine individual, and I do like wearing suits, you know. I don't have those nice suits anymore. More's the pity. They was just beautiful. But, and there are men I know that are very feminine, like my friend Stephen. I mean, you know, he is, you know, a very effeminate man. And I think it's wonderful because he's very much in touch with his feelings. He knows how to cry a river. He knows how to feel. I I think it's a wonderful thing when a soul traveler is in tune with their feminine and their masculine, and they are creative with it and they are fluid with it. Not in the inverted satanic evil shitty way, no, but in a good wholesome flow, because it means you're healing. If you're still stuck in this whole, well, I'm a man and boys don't cry and I'm a woman and my name is Stacy and I'm a hairdresser, then you know, you're barking up the wrong tree, you know, you really are. There is an implied, this is it, we're here, we're in this hellhole, and we believe that the feminine has done this to us, the feminine has let us down, and somehow the Great Mother has fucked us over, has found us not good enough and has relegated us to this hell. And the betrayal, that betrayal reverberates throughout our being somehow. And that is why this part of us is refusing to go and move across to the light. So it's sitting there and it's hurting itself. It's a kind of self-harm on a soul level is what that is. And it's the conundrum, and it's gonna no doubt take a little while for us to get to grips with this and to work through it. It just will, you know. It's causing us a great deal shitload of suffering, there's no doubt about that. And it's completely and utterly understandable too. It is. And it's gonna take time for it to be resolved. Yeah. That's it. I think I'll call it a day there, guys. I've just been rambling on and on and on, as you do, innit? Yeah, just don't get too entangled in the external, guys. It's not real, you know. It isn't. It really isn't. It's so staged. It's so Truman Show-esque. It's ridiculous, literally. It really just isn't real. And the reason that we see that so much clearly, so much more clearly now, is because it speaks to us. It shows us. It's like it's telling us, oh yeah, it's not real. It's all of it. It's beyond words. It's all very, very, very weird. And, you know. And we're in a lot of pain. We are. But ultimately, I feel that love will redeem us. It will come from within. It is going to be alright, guys. And no doubt I will post this video and then I'll start feeling really, really shitty. This happens all the time. It's mad. It's the anti-force, the black hand. Well, again, see, that's meaningful because I see these traffic signs all over the place now, and I had never seen them before, you know. I swear to God, and I pay a great deal of attention. I have photographic memory as well, so I remember things like that. I had never seen that before. So black hands on a white background with a great big red line through it, as in the end of the black hands, right? Because enough is enough, people. You know, enough is enough. Yeah, anyway. All my love to all of you.